Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this very special edition on Opportunity Knocks. Today we will bring to you special information from GFDI, information you will really want to hear. We are going to be discussing a few subjects on GFDI. First of all, I'll be responding to questions sent to us from beneficiaries of GFDI, and I'll be addressing your concerns in those questions. Secondly, I'm going to be talking about our new payment method. Thirdly, I'm going to be talking about special programs for NGO CEOs. We have had several questions coming in from beneficiaries concerning payments, how payments are done, the schedule of the payment, the speed of the payment, and the duration of payment in GFDI. But today I'm here to clarify those issues and help you understand how GFDI works. GFDI make payment in batches, not within a duration. They don't follow timelines. Payments are not done using timelines. Payments are currently done in GFDI by batches. When we came into the program GFDI as subscribers, the first thing that we got to know about the payment schedule was the monthly payment plan, where you receive the first payment in the first month, the second payment in the second month, and the third payment in the third month. For some beneficiaries that came into GFDI, they never experienced the monthly payment cycle. It was even in weeks, and some happened in the monthly cycle. Now, these timelines were working perfectly, but something always happened when growth set in. GFDI has a plan to reach out and empower 60 million Africans in 15 million homes. This is their target. And we know when it comes to bulk payment, there are rules. Different countries, different territories, different demographics, and there are different methods of administration. But let's use Nigeria as the case study today. In Nigeria, we have what we call transaction limits on every Nigerian bank account, whether personal or corporate. As we know, some accounts, depending on the bank and depending on the KYC level of the customer, have between 5 million to 50 million as transaction limits, whether daily, weekly, or monthly, depending on the bank, and like I said, on the KYC level of that customer. Individual accounts are different from corporate accounts, but however, there are limits you cannot exceed as far as the Nigerian banking system is concerned. Same issue is facing GFDI today. There are payment limits, daily payment limits, weekly payment limits on their accounts, just like every other Nigerian account. And this fact looks at us every day. It is something we know and something we understand. There are limits you cannot go against in a particular day, especially in a special program like GFDI that is an intervention that is different from a government program. And if you are the CEO running GFDI, you wouldn't want to have problems with regulatory agencies. You wouldn't want to have issues with the government. And so you would maintain the pace that you are given just to avoid problems, so that you might be able to reach out to as much people as possible. you must understand there is a payment limit, daily payment limit for the accounts running GFDI. And currently they have 1 million subscribers. Calculate 1,000 times, let's say 500,000 persons. You know what that means. We are talking about 500 million naira. Calculate 6,500 times 100,000 persons. You know what figures we are dealing with here. Therefore, it is very important that we understand this fact. GFDI can only pay in the pace they are allowed to pay on a daily and weekly basis. And what matters is when you visit all of our GFDI groups, you will discover that people are receiving payment daily, meaning the program is real. People are getting payments daily and weekly. It has not stopped for one day. Considering this fact, GFDI cannot continue with timelines when it comes to payment. If they promise you you're going to get your 3 cycles of payment within a space of 3 months, they will be lying. They will be lying to you. And a lot of people enjoy when they are lied to. And that is why in April 2025, GFDI made a publication and announced to the general public that they can no longer continue with payments based on timelines. They are going to do payments based on batches. And so they concentrate on the batch. They finish paying a particular batch, then they move to the next batch. In every batch, we have people getting the first payment, others getting the second payment, and another getting the third payment. Until they conclude payment with a particular batch, then they move to the next batch. Also, while payment is ongoing with a particular batch, registration can continue with the next batch. For instance, currently they are paying batch 12, the 12th batch of payment, while registration is ongoing for the 13th batch, because they have to still reach out to people irrespective of the limitations they have when it comes to the payment. GFDI pays from a Nigerian bank, not foreign bank, and so they operate based on the circumstances, regulations and rules in the Nigerian system. So let me help you understand how the payment system works in GFDI. Firstly, you must understand that the payment happens in batches. When you register in GFDI, certainly you're registering into a batch. For instance, if you register now, your first payment is going to happen in batch 13, because currently those who registered while they were paying batch 11 are now collecting their first payment in batch 12. Now their second payment is going to be in batch 14, not 13, because while they are getting their first payment in batch 12, in this same batch 12, people who got their first payment in batch 10 are receiving their second payment, and people who got their second payment in batch 10 are receiving their third payment in batch 12. That is how it works. So it therefore means that you coming in now, your first payment is going to be in batch 13, and your second payment is going to be in batch 15, and your third payment is going to be in batch 17. That is how it works. This is the payment cycle of GFDI. GFDI is paying every day. You can see it's not like other grant programs that people registered for over 10 years, 8 years, 15 years, 3 years. They've not seen even a dime, one payment. GFDI, those who have registered, they're talking about a matter of months, maybe 1 or 2 months or 3 months. That is a wait period for them to receive their payment. But however, GFDI is making payment, and the payments follow the sequence of registration. And so if party A registered before you and is number 1, and you registered in number maybe your registration falls in number 200, you can see the payment going that way until it gets to you. So they follow that payment plan. They also have a payment cycle to ensure that every beneficiary gets what is expected. Don't forget, the first payment is 1,000, the second payment is 6,500, the third payment is 40,000. These 3 cycles of payment go on together, and a member can have multiple slots. For instance, what do we call slots in the GFDI payment plan? A family may have 8 children, 10 children, 100 children. We have people we call influencers that also represent communities where there are no banking system and all of those plans. And so this personality represents groups, and payments can be done to that person for that group. So the person might be getting 10 slots to receive for 10 persons, might be getting 100 slots to receive for 100 persons, might be receiving 1,000 slots to receive for 1,000 persons. All of these are allowed in GFDI, and there are accountability processes to ensure that you make payments to your beneficiaries. Though the payment plan might be taking longer period as the population of people grow in the system. For instance, we are expecting more beneficiaries in batch 13 than there was in batch 12. But something is very sure here: everybody gets paid. But that's where the new technology comes in, which is the blockchain technology. Look at the description below and you will see a link to the first video that talks about this technology. And we are going to be bringing to you more information concerning this new technology of payment, where GFDI beneficiaries within weeks, within a month, can get paid all 3 cycles of payment. And larger sums will also be given to influencers and groups that are reaching out to people for this program. I'm going to talk about the NGO CEO program. Are you an NGO CEO? Maybe even a grant handler, and you are having issues doing disbursements to your beneficiaries. GFDI is giving an open hand to you today to come partner with GFDI to get reliefs for your beneficiaries. For instance, maybe you are an NGO CEO and you are involved in any program, project, or whatsoever it is. Or maybe you and your beneficiaries registered for programs to meet a particular need that is not coming through. Today, GFDI is giving you an offer as an NGO CEO to come in today, partner with them, and get disbursement of funds in large amounts to your beneficiaries. If you are interested, click on the link on the description below to join the group or channel where more information will be given to you concerning that program. GFDI is planning to unleash and launch a new payment system with the blockchain technology. It is going to be so amazing. If you have not subscribed yet to this channel, subscribe now. Click the button below to subscribe, where you can get more information concerning this new payment plan coming up for our beneficiaries. They are going to be helping you access your funds even faster using the blockchain technology, where there is no limit. And guess what? Not everybody understand and can relate with the blockchain technology, but GFDI is coming up with a technology that will help you access the blockchain technology easy and fast, without much technical know-how, without much education. You can relate with it like your normal bank account, like a normal application, or whatever you can call it. The same way you relate with your normal Nigerian bank account or bank account in any country where you currently live, that same way you're going to be accessing this technology, this innovative technology that is coming to you. In partnership with Licentia, GFDI is bringing this technology to you, and it's going to be very amazing. So click on the subscription button now to subscribe. If you want more information on the NGOs, CEOs, payments and assistance, click on the link. You will see a link on the description below for NGO CEOs. And also, if you like to become a beneficiary where you can earn in hundreds of thousands of naira depending on your number of slots from GFDI, there is a link on the description below that will take you to our group, to the GFDI groups, where you can subscribe to become a member of this amazing program. Coming to you next in this channel is going to be the new payment plan, unveiling of the new payment plan, and also, guess what? The incentives for influencers and NGO CEOs. GFDI has made up their mind to make payments in millions of naira and millions of dollars to NGO CEOs, to influencers and community leaders, to help them, give them assistance on aids and programs they are handling. You will get to know that in the next episode of Opportunity Knocks. Thank you for watching today. Click on the subscription button to subscribe to always get updates on our programs. See you in the next edition. Thank you.